Fane fam, buckle up. The Duggar universe is spinning faster than ever, and we've got 4 headline grabbers you cannot miss. First up, Jessa Duggar is a mom of 6, and her latest little arrival, Edward Owen, came in at a jaw-dropping 10 pounds. Fans are losing it over his not-so-newborn look, while Jessa shares the heart-melting story of how Mom Michelle and even teen sister Jordyn-Grace stepped in during the big day, umbilical cord cutting duties and all. Oh, and Grandpa Jim Bob already proudly calling him number 39. Meanwhile, Jason Duggar and his wife Maddie are making it crystal clear, no baby plans for now. The newlyweds say they're focused on Maddie finishing school, soaking up married life, and, gasp, maybe stopping at 6 kids max. In Duggar times, that's basically one and done. Then, Duggar Dillard's surprising back to homeschool announcement has the internet in stitches and in battle mode. Is this a wholesome family decision, a throwback to Duggar ways, or Jill's full transformation into boho, incense-burning, earth mother mode? The memes are merciless, but the debate is even hotter. And finally, a storm is brewing after Jackson Duggar was spotted with Carver Bowers, a man out on bail for horrific child abuse charges. The footage, posted by Carver's own brother, has sparked outrage, accusations of hypocrisy, and one burning question. Why are the Duggars still keeping such company? This is the kind of week where every story could be its own headline, and we're breaking them all down. So smash that like button, tap subscribe, and hit the bell, because when Duggar drama drops, you'll hear it here first. 10 pounds of pure Duggar baby drama, and the internet is eating it up. Jessa Duggar Seawald just introduced baby number 6 to the world, and between the jaw-dropping birth weight, rare family cameos, and emotional behind-the-scenes moments, fans can't stop talking. On August 12th, Jessa Duggar lit up Instagram with the first official photo of her newest addition, Edward Owen Seawald. Born July 26th, this little guy measured in at a staggering 10 pounds and 21 inches, prompting fans to skip right past all and straight into wow. One follower joked, Edward came out a full-grown man, while another gasped, 10 pounds? Now that's a big baby. But this wasn't just any baby reveal. It was the first time we've seen Edward outside of screen grabs from Jessa's multi-part YouTube birth vlog. In the photo, he's peacefully snoozing, cream-colored cap on, tucked in a cozy brown blanket, looking far more camera-ready than most of us after a spa day. In part 2 of that vlog, posted August 4th, Jessa shared a touching detail. Her mom, Michelle Duggar, was by her side from the moment things got intense to the first precious hours afterward. According to Jessa, Michelle didn't just offer emotional support, she went full super grandma, staying overnight, caring for Edward so Jessa could get much-needed rest, and stepping in without hesitation whenever baby duty called. And this birth came with another Duggar milestone. 16-year-old Jordyn-Grace was there for the delivery and even cut the umbilical cord. A job Jessa admitted her husband Ben has no interest in claiming. No thank you. He told her with a smile, leaving the honor to his teenage sister-in-law, who Jessa says was thrilled for the chance. Then, in part 3 on August 8th, viewers got an even rarer sight. Jim Bob Duggar cradling his newest grandson. He beamed at the camera, calling Edward number 39 in the grandkid lineup and declaring a keeper. For a family that's been increasingly guarded about public appearances, this brief cameo made longtime Duggar watchers pause. By part 4, Jessa had shifted to family introductions and a deeper dive into the meaning behind Edward's name. Though it's clear for many, the bigger headline is just how healthy and hefty he is. And that brings us to fan buzz. While plenty celebrated the joy of a new baby, the birth weight quickly stole the spotlight. Comments ranged from awe and admiration for Jessa's strength, like, "You're a warrior," to playful exaggerations about Edward skipping the newborn phase entirely. Some pointed out that his size makes him look older in photos, while others reassured Jessa that big babies are a blessing. In true Duggar fashion, the announcement blended sentimental family moments with just enough surprise to keep fans talking. Between Michelle's hands-on help, Jordyn-Grace's umbilical cord duty, and Jim Bob's rare appearance, Edward's arrival has already given us more insight into the current family dynamic than we've had in months. And for Jessa, who's faced her share of online criticism, this was a feel-good win, a chance to share joy without wading into controversy, at least for now. So, fam, is this just the start of a softer, more open Duggar season, or was Edward's arrival the rare exception? And how about that 10 pounds entrance? Impressive or intimidating? Don't touch that dial. The next Duggar headline isn't about adding babies, it's about avoiding them. Jessa Duggar and Maddie are setting boundaries, and their reasons might surprise you. No baby fever here. Jessa Duggar and Maddie Grace are slamming the brakes on the Duggar baby train, and fans are shook. Almost a year into marriage, Jessa and Maddie are making it loud and clear. They're not trying for a baby anytime soon. In a family where pregnancy announcements are practically seasonal events, this is a rare twist. It all started on Ginger Duggar Vuolo's podcast, where Jessa, 25, and Maddie, 21, appeared relaxed, in sync, and ready to drop a headline. Jessa kicked things off with a mischievous, "We're pregnant," a line he clearly thought was hilarious, only for Maddie to jump in with an eye roll and, "He does that to me all the time. We are not expecting at all. We are not trying to be expecting." Jessa doubled down on the clarification. "Stop saying we're expecting. That's for whoever is listening." The couple, who tied the knot in October last year, explained they're focused on finishing school and enjoying newlywed life. Maddie's priority, wrapping up her degree in May. "I want to just enjoy this time. I can always get pregnant later on, Lord willing," she said, adding that the first year of marriage is still about truly getting to know each other, quirks, routines, and all. For longtime Duggar watchers, this plan is already breaking the mold. The family's well-documented tradition of starting families quickly and often aiming for double-digit children is part of their public identity. Jessa and Maddie, however, are openly entertaining the idea of having far fewer kids, with Maddie admitting 6 would be pushing it. Jessa, who grew up one of 19 siblings, says he's grateful for the experience, but doesn't see it as his personal calling. He said, "I loved having 18 siblings, but for us, we also want to enjoy every stage that the Lord has us in." This isn't the first time they've said it either. In an April Q&A on their own YouTube channel, they hinted at the same plan, crediting advice from older Duggar siblings who confess they wish they'd waited to have kids so they could travel or try different things first. Jessa and Maddie clearly took that advice to heart, and now they're repeating it for anyone who's listening. Fan reaction has been split. On one side, viewers are praising the couple for breaking the cycle and prioritizing their marriage before parenthood. Some see it as a sign of generational change within the family, a move toward personal choice over inherited expectation. On the other, more traditional fans are disappointed, seeing children as the natural next step after marriage, especially in their faith circle. There's also some spicy subtext in the Reddit threads. Speculation that the "no baby yet" plan could be Maddie's influence more than Jessa's, and whispers about how Jim Bob and Michelle might feel about the slower start. While there is no public pushback from the family, Duggar watchers are keeping an eye on whether this decision will spark subtle tension down the road. Still, Jessa and Maddie seem unfazed. They say they're perfectly happy babysitting nieces and nephews, then handing them back. As Maddie put it, "We just babysit and get humbled." So fam,
Is this the dawn of a new Duggar generation that takes its time, or will baby announcements come sooner than they're letting on? Keep it locked, because the next Duggar headline isn't about waiting. It's about backtracking. Jill Duggar just pulled a full 180 on one of her most public parenting choices, and the internet's reaction is brutal. Jill Duggar just made a parenting U-turn so sharp, the internet's neck is still sore. The same Jill who once proudly sent her kids off to public school is now back to homeschooling, and her simple announcement has exploded into memes, debates, and downright roasts. This week, Duggar Dillard dropped what seemed like a wholesome back-to-school moment, a cozy selfie, mug in hand, braids over her shoulders, captioned with a casual, "back to homeschool." But if she thought it'd slide under the radar, she underestimated the Duggar watching internet. Reddit lit up within minutes, and not with lesson plan advice. Instead, the post sparked a roast session worthy of a comedy club. Some dubbed her look Earth Mother Jill, complete with patchouli-scented vibes, while others compared her to an art teacher who grades in herbal tea stains. One even joked it was Rachel Dolezal cosplay, and another went full Harry Potter reference with Professor Trelawney chic. Beyond the memes, though, came heated debate. Critics questioned her qualifications to homeschool, pointing out her limited formal education. Supporters argued that her husband Derek, with his law degree, could easily pitch in. Others speculated this move was less about academics and more about shielding the kids from bullying tied to the Duggar name, or avoiding public school scrutiny after past family scandals. There's also a layer of personal growth commentary in the mix. A few followers lamented that Jill was giving up the free hours she had when her kids were at school, time she could have used to take courses, work on projects, or carve out her own path. The underlying question is this about what's best for the kids or about Jill's evolving identity? Of course, Duggar's snark humor couldn't resist piling on. Comments about her smelling of incense and beef tallow sunscreen floated alongside gifs of people dramatically clutching herbal tea. One user quipped, "Next she'll be selling homemade deodorant on Etsy," while another swore she saw Jesus Kale in the background. The fact that this announcement comes after years of Jill making a point of not following her family's ultra-conservative homeschool tradition only added to the shock. For some, it felt like watching her inch back toward the Duggar playbook, though others insist it's just a lifestyle choice that fits her current vibe. Even Derek's role is under the microscope. Some fans think he's the driving force, with theories ranging from wanting more control over the kids' environment to simply supporting Jill's new vision. Others counter that this is Jill's call entirely, a personal decision she's making for her family without outside pressure. Still, the imagery from her post is hard to separate from the narrative shift. That blessed beyond measure mug, the braids, the relaxed lighting, it's a curated slice of life that says, I'm not just teaching my kids, I'm creating a vibe. And whether you love it or loathe it, it's got people talking. Lightning round recap, Jill's back to homeschooling. The internet's roasting her boho makeover, questions swirl over her qualifications, and no one can quite agree if this is about education, control, or just a complete vibe shift. So, Fame Fam, do you see this as Jill reclaiming her family's narrative, or quietly slipping back into old Duggar patterns? And just when you think we're done, the next Duggar headline will make you double take because it involves Jackson Duggar hanging out with a man facing child abuse charges. We're heading straight into a scandal that has the internet furious and the family's judgment under fire.
A Duggar spotted with a man facing child sex abuse charges? The internet isn't just shocked, it's furious. Jackson Duggar has been caught on video chatting with Carver Bowers, a Christian singer from Alabama, currently out on $40,000 bail after being charged with 2 counts of sexual abuse of a child under 12. For a family still carrying the shadow of Josh Duggar's crimes, this public connection is setting off alarms.
The footage, originally posted to Instagram by Carver's younger brother, Crockett, shows Jackson in conversation, some say arguing, with a sharply dressed companion. The setting? Fans suspect it might have been Jason Duggar's recent wedding, given Jackson's tan suit and boutonniere. Carver Bowers, 23, is no stranger to the Duggar circle. Before his arrest earlier this summer, his family was rumored to have close ties to the Duggars, including speculation that one of the Duggar daughters once courted his younger brother. But everything changed when Carver was arrested on 2 counts of sexual abuse involving a child under 12. After the arrest, Carver's wife publicly defended him, which only amplified backlash online. Critics accused the Duggars of hypocrisy, quick to shun members of the LGBTQ community, yet often willing to stand by men accused or convicted of sexual abuse. The decision to post this interaction on social media is baffling to many. The Duggars are notoriously image-conscious, especially when it comes to shielding themselves from bad optics. And yet, here's Jackson, not just in the same room as Carver, but captured in an apparently animated exchange broadcast to the world by Carver's own brother. The backlash was immediate. Reddit threads filled with shock, disgust, and disappointment. Many fans had hoped the younger Duggar boys, having witnessed the fallout from Josh's crimes, would distance themselves from anyone with such charges. Instead, this moment reinforced fears that old patterns die hard in the Duggar family. Some viewers believe the clip's location hints at even deeper ties. If the encounter did happen at Jason's wedding, that would suggest Carver or his family were invited guests, not accidental passerbys. Others question whether this kind of association is avoidable in such a tight-knit social circle. Then there's the issue of accountability. While Carver awaits trial, his presence in Duggar spaces sends, in many fans' eyes, the wrong message entirely. Duggar critics argue that being seen alongside him isn't just a bad look, it's an implicit endorsement, or at the very least, a dangerous show of indifference. Even those who are usually more charitable toward the family found this moment hard to defend. One commenter wrote, "You've seen firsthand what this kind of association does to your reputation, and you still choose this?" Another added, "They protect their own no matter what." Sadly, this is proof. The optics are even starker given the Duggars' history. A public moral stance rooted in purity culture contrasted with private circles that, time and again, seem to include men accused of abusing children. It's a contradiction that fans and critics never fail to notice. So, Fame Fam, was this a one-off encounter caught on camera at the wrong time, or does it prove the Duggars still can't break free from protecting the wrong people? Stick around, because before we wrap, we're giving you the lightning round recap of today's biggest Duggar bombshells. From births to backtracks, this is the week's reality TV gossip you need to hear twice.
All right, Fame Fam, let's hit that lightning round before we go. Jessa Duggar's baby number 6 arrived, tipping the scales at 10 pounds and brought Michelle, Jordyn-Grace, and even Jim Bob into rare cameo territory. Jason and Maddie Duggar are putting parenthood on pause, breaking the family mold and sparking a whole new round of speculation. Jill Duggar's surprise pivot back to homeschooling has the internet roasting her boho makeover while debating her motives. And Jackson Duggar, caught on camera chatting with a man out on bail for child abuse charges, a scandal that's keeping Duggar watchers buzzing. If you love the scoop, smash that like button, subscribe, tap the bell so you never miss a drop, and tell us in the comments which story blew your mind today. Follow us on all socials for the tea between uploads. Tomorrow, a Duggar wedding guest list leak that's about to expose everything. This is The Fame, and as always, stay fabulous, Fame Fam.